Okay, this next one is a really easy build. It's also really versatile. I'll be honest with you, I've not actually got a design in mind or a plan. I'm just going to make this as I go. But in effect, it's going to be an amalgamation of box and tray. I'll show you as I go. I'm going to work from the outside in on this one, and the first job to do is just to get all the side pieces cut down to the right dimensions, and then I'm going to attach them together using rebates. The reason I'm using rebates is so that when I cut a groove to hold the base of this box tray, you won't see them because the rebates will hide them at the corners. And I'm also going to strengthen these up with a few scraps of other stuff I've got left over at the end. Once you've made all your cuts, now's a good time to sand the internals and to sand the inside of the outside pieces, and then do a dry fit. Once you've got everything dry fit, you can then measure for the plywood base, get that cut so that it's really snug, sneak up on a fit here, and then when you're happy, you can glue everything together. So now we've got the carcass all glued together. This is the exterior of your box. And it doesn't really matter what size you've come to here, because the rest of it is dependent on how many compartments you want and how you do the interior. To be honest, you're nearly there. Everything we're going to do from here on out is referential measurements, and I'm just going to divide up the inside. It's really easy. And for that, I'm just going to use this oak that I stripped down to 40mm in width, and I'm going to cut that down to the slats and then just glue them together with a mixture of glue and CA glue for instant grab. And that's your internals done. Now you don't have to do any of the next bit because, to be honest with you, it's going to be strong enough as it is. But I've just got some spare brass dowels that I've cut short, and I'm just sinking them through the rebate for an added bit of strength and for a little bit of decorative touch on the front and back. The beauty of using brass like this is you can set it into place with some CA glue, and then a few minutes later, once the glue's cured, you can sand the brass dowels back with some 100 grit sandpaper glued to a piece of plywood. Then once you're happy, everything gets one last finishing sand and then a coat of whatever finish you decide to use. And that's the build finished. And I'm sure you're asking, what is it? For me, it's a belt box. These are my new favourite belts from Arcade Belts. They're stylish and durable, not to mention machine washable. And don't skip because there's a giveaway too. Head over to Instagram to Arcade Belts Europe, like and comment "Start Making" on their competition post, and you could be in with a chance to win one of the woody belts or one of the hardware belts.